said, man, my pops has been lying to me my whole life, spending my top, and now he's just coming up with lies that just don't even make sense. Like this nigga talking about he's moving to Africa.
When do you said, nigga, you ain't. When have you? You don't even go outside the state, nigga. You talking about moving to Africa, nigga? What the hell you talking about? Hey,
Man,
man, you,
like that, like my nigga Rick, what's his name? Rick James, ain't that his
yeah,
name?
Rick James.
What, like what he said, man. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, man.
Yeah, man, buddy,
Drugs is wild, baby.
man. When I say,
Say no.
yeah, buddy, you got to stay away from, especially them hardcores. I mean, you smoke your little green every now and then, like that's cool. But like once you start doing all that other stuff, man,
You're going on the deep
you
end,
going on
baby.
the decline. You forget the deep end. You going on the decline. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? My dad always say some shit like, yeah, man, because you know back in the 80s and the early 90s, niggas was doing the crazy stuff. He'd be like, yeah, man, your daddy did heroin. I'd be like, damn. Be like, damn, nigga, you was out there, huh? I said, damn, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I ain't want to know all that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that
Shoot.
just lets you know, man. Some people try to escape, man, and when they want to escape, they want to go into the third dimension.
Listen. I'm glad my parents keep it real with me, just in case somebody ever told me something random, like nigga, yeah, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? Was out there with the whoop, you know, nigga. I don't know, like okay, at least I'm aware that you was out there doing that shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Facts.
Nigga hear a story like, oh yeah, man, I remember I sold your dad some crack. You be like, damn, you, you, damn, nigga, you tripping? Like then you got to go ask the question, Dad, you did some crack? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
Man.
man. I used to, you know what I'm saying? I used to be out there.
Yeah, buddy. I already know. I I said that. I'm like, man, we grew up in I was a 80s baby, so
Yeah, crack was
unfortunately for
whack.
me, man, they didn't know. You know what I mean? It was a
Yeah.
party drug at first. Like niggas didn't know it was gonna hook you like a book and have you just sunken into the sunken place.
And see what they always say is, oh yeah, man, we used to see the white people get party up and they used to toot them a little line and you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, so I understand we trying to live like the white folks, but damn, that's a little too much, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's
they
certain
was snorting it. They wasn't smoking it.
man. Yeah, but
It's a
see
big difference.
now they ain't got no damn inner nose line. They not you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some of them
man. I got some people that they love to play with their nose, man, and they blow their nose. It sound like a trumpet,
you say, oh man, you was off that sugar, that booger sugar.
man. It sound like Denzel Washington and Mo Better Blues.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. I'm glad they was on the campaign though. They was in our time. They was like, yeah, crack is whack. Don't do that. Don't do all
Oh
that.
man, I had the drug free T-shirts.
Oh
That
yeah.
was my kindergarten second grade class.
Oh yeah. If you was in the what was it called? What's it
I was
called?
the drug free program.
I think we was in that back in the
Dare.
day. Yeah, Dare. That's what it was. Definitely Dare. Facts. We hey look. They try to break it down to you. Hey, they broke down all the rules and regulations, and I still know some niggas that.
Man.
Hey, I still know some niggas that went down the line, and you know what I'm saying. They, ain't, you know what I'm saying. They still fucked up off that. You know what I'm saying.
Right. How you get all that information ahead of time and you still wanna toot your horn. That's
Man,
crazy.
that's crazy work. But man, you doing all right, man? You straight this
Oh
week?
yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've been maintaining, man. Rest in peace to my boy Big Bro, man. Big L, man.
Rest in
One of
peace,
the realest
R.I.P.
niggas I know, man. He was one of my office alignment, one of my guys from fifth grade. Just a real genuine dude, man. Just a humble cat, man. Super talented. Rest in peace, bro. I already know you up there. God got one of his soldiers, man, no doubt.
R.I.P. Big L, man. Big L, hey, man, is in some legendary stories with my guy Neef, man. I've heard them all, man. So I was around a couple times, but not for the damn stories you be having with Big L. You know what I'm saying? So so shout out to Big
Man,
L,
that
man.
brother was cool. Like I said, man, I done seen a nigga slap a nigga probably shouldn't have slapped because the nigga was a made nigga in the streets. At least his brother was. He was his little brother, and his older brother ran up on L with the thing out. And I
Oh
never
yeah.
seen a nigga flinch. The nigga didn't flinch. He didn't run. He didn't do nothing. He just said, "Hey man, I told your brother a few times, quit calling me a bitch." He kept doing it, so I had to put my hands on him. But I ain't stomped him out like I could have. And the
Man.
nigga respected him and pulled off.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta sometimes it's cool to get shook a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's part of
His
life
brother was
lessons.
whooping, man. He was selling whoop tickets. He was really standing on his big brother's name, and so it was all about basketball. L ain't really he never was no hooper. He just could hoop. He always kicked it with niggas that could hoop. So he could, what I mean, he could do a little something and do. Buddy was young, so he was getting the best of him, and he just got to talking real crazy and calling them all types of bitches. And he like, hey, bro, watch that word. And he just kept saying it. So he slapped the dog taste out of his mouth.
Hey, it's two
And it,
things.
and
Say that. What you
no,
gonna say?
that's all I was gonna say.
And you say he slapped him, but I was gonna say it's two things that you don't do in the hood. Uh, call a nigga the B word or spit on him. You do either one of those, your
Man,
ass
you
is
get what
grass.
everything's coming. You just get what's coming to you.
Facts. Facts. But shout out to Big L, man. Like you said, man, he watch
Yeah,
it down.
man, no doubt, man. Real one, man. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. So, man, we gonna go ahead and get into the damn. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand me real quick? You know what I'm saying? We got
Yes,
some
sir.
shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? With everything going on in the league. Before I even get into the podcast, man, I just want to ask you. You know what I'm saying? You can keep it real short. I just want to know in the NCAA tournament, who you got winning? I just want to know who you got. I just want to know.
Man, my gut says Arizona. My gut says Arizona, but I wouldn't be shocked if someone outside of like someone it's like someone I don't even see coming. I wouldn't be shocked if that happens this year just because of how everything's going
True,
with
true.
all these upsets. But if you want me to put some money behind it, I would have to go with Arizona.
That's who you pick, Arizona.
Yeah, they just look a little loaded, man. They got what you need to win the tournament. They got good guard play. They got a guard that could be a lottery pick. They got a power forward that's gonna be a lottery pick for sure. And then they got bigs. And they got decent depth.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know what's going on. My camera acting janky, but I can feel what you saying. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is one from the left. I don't know what's going on, man. The cam is out, but
Oh goodness.
damn, that's crazy work. Why are we having issues? Um,
I can still see you.
you can see me. Mine ain't working on my end, but I this is far fetched, man. I don't know why, man, but I'm gonna just say what I got going with, on my cow sheet, man. On cow sheet, I picked UConn to win it all. I don't know why I picked UConn, but I got UConn winning it all. Which is
Man, I don't see that happening, but if it did, I'm gonna say you said it first for sure. But I don't see it happening, bro. UConn just they just never they haven't looked that good all year. Like Arizona has looked good
yeah.
outside of the Duke game.
See, I thought Florida had a chance, but they got kicked. They out of there. So
Florida didn't look good either. They didn't have the same type of whip that they had last year.
yeah. Um. All right, man. We gonna go ahead and get into it, man.
Oh,
Damn.
now you done disappeared.
I'm disappeared. Period. I'm trying to figure out why I ain't on my side. I don't see nothing.
There you go. You back.
I might. Hey,
Yeah, I
I'm
can
gonna
see you now.
let me close the app. I'm gonna bring it back up.
All right, no doubt.
All right. What the hell? Sorry, y'all. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? We finna get into it. You know, we having some technical damn difficulties. I gotta get back into it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we still ain't popping up. Wow. You
I
see,
see you.
that's crazy. Man, the cam is not working. What? Let me see what's going down, man. What the hell? You gonna have to. Give me 1 second, man. I gotta figure out what the hell going down, man. It's gonna throw me off. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna have no pot. I don't wanna be on the pod if my. I mean, I wanna do the whole little situation if I can't. What's going on? What the hell? Damn, we out. No, I'm saying I don't. My camera just is not popping up. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's super froze now.
what the hell, bro? I might have to do it my old way. It's not popping up, so I'm gonna probably do it the old way.
Okay.
Uh, and get straight to it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it the old way. All right, man, we finna go ahead and get into it. Shit, man, it's the Bench Mob Podcast, man. It's your boy Broadway Beach. We done had some damn technical difficulties. I got your boy with me, Neef, aka Mr. Perp.
Yes,
Damn.
sir.
Oh my God, don't tell what's going on. Man, my shit. Bro, what's up? What the hell? Man, the whole shit. My whole shit ain't even working, brother. Godly.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Okay, there we
It
go.
happens from time to time.
Okay. Now I did some extra. Like I gotta quit clicking on extra stuff. I just gotta. Okay, man. Uh, all right, yeah, man. My bad. It's the Benchmark Podcast, man. I got your boy with me. It's Broadway Beats, and I got your boy with me, Neef, aka Mr. Perp. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. We about to get into it. It's a whole lot of shit going on in the NBA. I was looking to see if we had some what's that? NFL talk. It wasn't looking like too much was going down in the NFL. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the NBA. Um, First off, man, ever since Luka Doncic um been into this little his little ups and downs with his little relationship with his little boo thing, man, and he lost his kids, his boo done took the kids to Slovenia, man, and the Lakers, man, they've been killing it, man. They 9-1 since that has happened. 9-1 out of their last 10 games, and now they sitting at number 3 in the West. That's just 1 game ahead of Denver and 2 games ahead of Minnesota. So my question is this for you, Neef, man. By the end of the season, which of the 3 teams that I just named do you think will end up having the third seed? You know what I'm saying? Who you give the edge to? You know, who out of those 3 teams, who do you think got the better chance of actually winning it all?
Man, so that's what I would say. With me being a homer, I gotta go with the Wolves. as far as who I would want to see with the best chance. But being if we were asking if I had to put some money on the wood, I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers just because they rolling. Luka the Don is playing at a crazy level as far as his scoring. They're really just giving him the super green light. They've somehow figured out how to play team defense around the deficiencies of the defensive abilities that they have as individuals, and they're really playing great team defense. Like if you watch them, you'll see like there's a lot of effort from everybody on the defensive level, and it's just they're just rolling. Like you said, they're 9-1. Like the T Wolves will be coming in a little gimpy limpy. Ant's been out for the last week and a half. Denver doesn't look really that sturdy. They've been having, people in and out of the lineup, and even with them being in the lineup, they haven't looked that great. And I mean, Houston don't have a point guard, and outside of Kevin Durant, no one really can go out there and give you 25. So I think honestly, it would go in my head. It would go with money on the wood. I'd go Lakers, Wolves, Denver, Houston in that order.
See, I think, and then I'm gonna answer the question. I think Houston might have salvaged way too much to get Kevin Durant, and so now that left them because they were more of a team. Like they were like a team unit. They didn't really just have like a superstar. Like of course we like the Shangoon and we like the A-Man Thompson, and outside of that, pretty much they really didn't have like a superstar. So losing those other key pieces, it took away from them being able to just be as gritty as they was. So to me, I feel like they had to depend a little bit more on Kevin Durant, and they just haven't quite figured it out their footing. And it seems like that been the issue with wherever Kevin Durant go. It's like um, they ain't been able to find their footing. He's been a good contribution, but the team. And to answer the question, um, shit. I like the Wolves, like you said, man. They got the better chance out of the Nuggets to go all the way, but to be the number three seed right now. See, it's about matchups in the playoffs. So, um, I think Luka and the Lakers have they got on the run and they feeling real good. But my only issue with them is how well will they be able to be in the playoffs when you can figure out Luka when you playing them in a series. You know what I'm saying? So to me it'll be a little bit harder for the Lakers to win it all the way. So I think right now, to as far as like answering the question, the 3 seed, I do give it to LA. I think they are going to be the 3 seed. But I'm gonna have to go back to the Wolves. Like you said, I'm a hometown. I'm gonna go with the hometown. And for the last 2 years, man, they've been in the Western Conference finals. So I think they got the best opportunity because they got the experience. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Ant-Man, he on the tear too. He been feeling himself, and they just a few games back. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it's gonna be hard as hell to beat OKC. Just period. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna just be hard as hell to beat OKC, and if you're gonna get the opportunity to play the Spurs, this is the best time to beat them because they still, got Similac on their lips and on their tongue. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't really all the way seasoned like they should be, but they scary as hell too. So
Yeah, with the alien.
yeah, man. The right move was putting De'Aaron Fox on that team. That was perfect. You know what I'm saying? That
That
kind
was
of
perfect. And then
yeah,
drafting Harper.
yeah. That was it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they damn near, you know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to get
Yeah,
that ring because
I wouldn't either.
they make it hard for OKC to win. So shit. But
I mean, and that would be what, 4 straight championships for Europeans?
Man, that'd be nasty work.
Well, no, not 4 straight, because I forgot Boston snuck them one in
Oh yeah,
between there.
okay. But four, what? 3 out of 4?
It would be Greek, yeah, it'd be Greek, Freak. Then the year after that, it was Boston. Then the year after that, it was OKC. And then if the Spurs win it, yeah, it would be the Canadian, Greek, Greece. What is that? Greece, yeah,
Yeah,
Greece. And where's the Joker from? Wherever he's from.
I don't know where he from. I could look though. He's
Just to
from.
give us a
He's a
benchmark,
Serbian. He's from Serbia.
Serbia. There you go. So
So
either way, like I said, they want this to be a global game.
yeah,
So it would make perfect sense business wise to have Wimby at what, this is year what, 2? This ain't but year 2.
nigga, year 2. That's
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. No one, I don't think anyone besides Shaq has had that type of success.
D Wade. What that? What he
Did
was
D
year
Wade
three?
get to the finals in his second year?
Or was it
The
year
only
3?
person I know for sure was Shaq.
I know
I'm
D
pretty
Wade
sure
was
Shaq
D
got to
Wade's
the
was quick.
finals in his second year.
Yep. I don't know. Let me see. When did D Wade win? Let me see what it say. Um, what year did he win his ring? Damn, that's the the what you call it ain't even showing. But okay.
You could just, you ain't Google just what year of his career D Wade won his first championship.
It was 2005.
And
Oh
so
yeah.
just look
Oh
at
yeah.
what year
That
he was in the
shit.
league.
No, that was 05, 06. Yeah, nah. So that was his 3rd year.
Yeah, I know. I think Shaq, it was his second year.
Yeah, Shaq for sure. Shaq was in the 2nd year. But however it go, man, that that'll be something crazy. And Shaq didn't win.
Man,
And Shaq didn't win. So if he win,
no,
that'll be crazy. Um,
that would be crazy work. And I think if he don't get this MVP, which I don't believe he's gonna get, he's gonna be second in voting though. He's gonna end up being second in voting. Watch what I say. But
okay.
I think they still gonna give it to Shea.
All right, and I'm glad you said that. So to segue, that's the next question that we got. If the season ended today, who's your MVP, and what to you separates them from the rest of the people that that's
Yeah, I
runner
gotta
ups?
go with Shea. Just off of his consistency, he just broke the record this year as well. Wilt Chamberlain of the most games and scoring 20 in a row, 20 points or better in games consecutively. His team has the number one record, which they've held on to all year long. And they had it, I believe, last year, and they were a top 2 or 3 team the year before that. It's just his consistency. Like, you can't, as much as I don't like the nigga. I hate his game. He's a thorn in my ass because he's keeping us from getting his ring. He's just cold. So I got to give credit when credit's due, and I think Wemby will get it eventually. And like I said, I think he'll be second in the league in MVP this year. But I think Shay's gonna get him another MVP back to back.
That's how you feel.
That's how I feel, bro.
I can feel that. I mean that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's hard to refute that. Like as far as like
I mean, just
um
that record in this season, like it, that in itself, and the things that he's done, like the game winners, the, like I said, it's just he's just a model of consistency. He's like Bone. Like, you can put down what he's gonna give you every night. Like, that's a guarantee. Outside of
yeah.
him getting hurt and getting taken out the game, it's a guarantee he's gonna give you that.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was picking today, the person I would go with, this is just facts. This is just being honest with you. Um, It had to be Cade Cunningham with the Detroit Pistons, man. Like he
Mm-mm.
turned the franchise around. They 52-19. Like he like if you go, they would done already damn near won 10 more games than last year. So you know what I'm saying? He don't got as much talent as the OKC Thunder have to me. So with that being said, I like the way Cade been coming to the game, like how his approach been. Of course, of course, that ain't probably what the league gonna do because it's gonna go off of the votes and stuff. But if I was gonna pick, I mean, I don't think really too many people deserve to double back and get the double up MVPs. They ain't, they was hating on LeBron. So shit, if they was hating on LeBron, brother, I'm gonna have to hate on Shea Gilchrist Alexanders and give it to Cade Cunningham just because he's number one in the East, man. Like that's big. You know what I'm saying? That's big. Like like I said, he turned the franchise all the way around. Let me see what he averaging because the man's averaging 24 in 5 and 9 assists. Like the dude is a game changer. It's all like, bro, he almost averaging a double double. Like that man he deserve it, but is he gonna get it? Probably not. They probably gonna give it to Shea Gilchrist. You know what I'm saying? But if I was gonna pick today, that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Cade Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? Even though I would like Ant-Man to win, but it ain't happening. He ain't got enough wins under his belt. All right, man, we're gonna move to the next question, man. So moving to the East. You know what I'm saying? The East, they been doing their thing. Right now, the Celtics is 47-24, number 2 in the East, and the Knicks are 48-25. You know what I'm saying? So they holding the number 2 and the number 3 spot in the East. Which team do you believe is going to finish at the number 2 spot when the season ends?
I think the Celtics are gonna hold on to number 2. I think the Knicks is something about that team, and you know how I feel about Catmandu.
Yes.
So, with
Soft.
that being said, soft with the capital F. He's
Capital.
definitely he's definitely not someone I put any banking into. And Bronson, I love your game, big body Bronson, but you're a little guy. Your game can only get you so far, and if you don't have a superstar caliber on the other side to really hold that weight. So, with that being said, in the injection of Tatum, he's only gonna get better and get his legs under him more and get his wind in him more. So I just think Boston's gonna hold on, and I think the Knicks are gonna do what the Knicks do. As long as Spike Lee is going to the games, they ain't never gonna win shit.
Damn. He just Spike Lee have been,
He's the jinx.
he might be
They
the
need to
jinx.
tell him. Somebody needs to tell his little midget Kermit the Frog looking self. You're the jinx. You get up and you ever since Reggie choked himself out and choked you out subliminally, they ain't been nothing.
He let Halliburton and them get him up out of there last year, so you know what I'm saying?
Man, Trey Young rolled the dice on them boys in Madison Square.
That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to double down with you on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even I like I like Jalen Brunson more than Beantown. I don't really even like Boston. You know what I'm saying? I only gave them respect because KG went over there for a couple of years. But other than that, man, I ain't never liked it Boston. So, but I mean, it's kind of hard to go against him when you got Jalen Brown doing what he doing, and like you said, with time, it's just you know what I'm saying. Jason Tatum, he's just been getting his footing under himself. He's getting his legs back. Um, and it's crazy because they don't have near the same talent they had last year, but they still kept the main pieces that get the job done. And just being able to taste the ring before and understand what it takes to get there, I mean, it's gonna be pretty damn hard. You know what I'm saying? For them not to get that number 2 spot. You know what I mean? If Jason Tatum probably would have came back a couple weeks earlier, they might be number 1. You know what I'm saying? But um, I just feel like shit. They probably got the best chance to come out the East to me. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. I like Kate Cunningham, and I just gave him his respect, but I'm gonna go with the talent and the experience over everything. You know what I'm saying? So, um, what I think the Boston Celtics been to the Eastern Conference Finals 7 times.
It seems like every year.
So I know it been a lot. So they up there with Brian, like how Brian was over there doing his thing, and yeah. So it's gonna be hard to stop the Celtics, man. They got what it takes. So shout out to them because I didn't even think Jason. I thought it was too early for Jason Tatum, and he's proving me wrong every damn game. So you know they might fuck around and get him one. So, but all right, man. It looks like the NBPA wants to change the one. They want to change the 65 game rule for awards. You know what I'm saying? So like the MVP, the all team, all defense, all offense, and all that type of stuff. They want to change them awards. Do you agree with the NBA players? Do you agree with them changing that and making it back eligible to get the awards without having to play 65 games? And that I'm gonna ask you that. Then I ask you something else after.
I think it should be. They gotta take in consideration serious injuries. So if you're killing and you have a serious injury, it shouldn't penalize you for winning the MVP or any awards. But if you're just sitting out for load management and they can determine, like, they got to be able to determine what the situation is, which is kind of a tricky thing. So, with that being said, I think they have no choice but to keep it the same just because the whole purpose of it was to keep players from just sitting out games.
I feel you on that. And then the other question I got for you before I answer mine is if the rule is reversed again, how do you think this is going to impact the salaries and contract incentives?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's got to have some type of ability where they can determine what they consider a serious injury that can allow that player to have that type, just like an exception type thing.
But then but then me and you both know they probably mess around and start doing favoritism and you know what I'm saying? So that's a sticky rule to like, you know what I'm saying? It can't be on a case to case basis. Like you said, they probably gotta,
The only person that would be able to rule on it would have to be the commissioner, because if anybody else, you could say that.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really give a damn. I'm gonna be honest. Before they came up with this 65 game rule for awards, I didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it
didn't
didn't really
either.
too much.
I didn't give a rat's ass, but they made a big deal out of it. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't really too much matter to me. But when I think about it, as far as like it possibly taken away from somebody else who probably damn near deserved the awards, then yeah, I agree with you on that. Like you gotta have some type of incentive. You gotta have some type of rule to, like you said, like depending on what the injury is. But like, shouldn't nobody who only played 45 games be able to get that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn how much you've been killing and like you said, load management. If you ain't playing games and you just sitting out just to be sitting out without being injured, yeah, it just depends on what the guidelines is. If they decide to reverse it, it got to be more detailed. I do think they have took it a little overboard. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like they just need to revise it. You know what I'm saying? If they revise it and change a couple of little things that is some gray areas, then it will make sense. But at the end of the day, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like shit, some other players getting the opportunity to be all defense and all offense. So you know what I'm saying, without people just getting voted in just because they're a top player and people like them. So I think everybody deserves a chance. Because if I was in the league, I'd be pissed off if somebody play 50 games and they still got all defense or something like that. I'd be pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, damn, they showing favoritism. So you know.
Yeah.
They need to go ahead and upgrade that. Okay, so and the last question we got is, man, should the NBA, well, they sound like they is, but my question is, should the NBA should they expand by adding two new franchises, the Seattle and Las Vegas teams? You know what I'm saying? And what do you think the biggest positives is if you think they should, and what's the negatives?
Definitely should. It's time. We need every 20 years they need to add a couple teams just because it's just the expansion of the league, the expansion of the United States, et cetera, et cetera, and then finally make it to where the Timberwolves go where they belong, which is the East.
I can feel that. So you feel like they should be in the East. Um, so
We should
you
have been in the East. We do the most travel outside. I forgot what other team.
mm, I
And
think
it
they said
doesn't make any sense because everybody else that's a Midwest team is in the East. We're the only Midwest team in the West.
that's it between Memphis and Minnesota as far as like who would be on the East. And I mean, nine
It's
times
definitely going to end up being Minnesota
they should. They should.
because like it just makes perfect sense. Like I said, we're closest to Chicago, we're closest to Detroit, we're closer to Milwaukee. Like,
True.
why are we playing Phoenix on a back to back when it's silly?
Right. To be honest, if they add them two teams, both of them teams is West teams. So you know what I'm saying? Just off tops. So you can put Memphis and Minnesota on the East, then that'd be nice. But my thing is this: yes, they should expand, but hopefully this with the expansion, this slows down the turnover ratio of players that come in the league and then they get thrown out the league. You know what I'm saying? So many players that could have probably had more of an opportunity. They just bring them in and then, you know what I'm saying, they don't fit where they think they should and then they just throw them out. With the expansion, that's 24 more spots. So, you know what I'm saying? That'll give some people who maybe didn't have an opportunity a better opportunity to, get some money, you know what I'm saying, and not
Yeah.
get
I
pushed out the
mean,
league.
that's how Anthony Peeler ended up being with T-Wolf.
Right. I mean, so to me that's the biggest positive. The biggest positive to me is giving players more opportunity. Ones that don't get the opportunity. There's some players in the D League that they killing. You know what I'm saying? And they would love to have one of them positions that ain't available right now. And the league is finicky right now, man. If you ain't doing what they think, they throwing you out of there. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the teams they got now. So expanding to 30 teams, that'd be nice. I would love to see it. And then they'll bring back the Supersonics. You know what I'm saying? I was always just, like we spoke on last week. You know what I'm saying? GP and Kemp. Them was some of my best days of watching basketball, seeing the Seattle Supersonics playing back in the day. So that'll be nice. All right, man, we're going to move on to bench or start, where you either put it on the bench or you start that shit. Bench or start. New Edition or Drew Hill?
Man, almost show.
You said who?
Definitely got to go NE, man.
Yeah.
Drew Hill, Cisco, once he left, and that was after what, 1 hour?
Yeah.
Then he went solo. So New Edition, and then like I said, New Edition, you break that group up, they all had solo projects that at least went gold, and they all had talent. And even the ones that knew they didn't have it individually like that, Bell Biv DeVoe, they linked up. So with that being said, I gotta go any, and he just was the truth. They was able to mix match. They brought Johnny in after Bobby left. Like Cisco, once he left, it was over with.
Yeah. And Drew Hill was nice. Don't get it
They
twisted.
was. They was that new boys to men group coming up. They were around. I think they've been 112 came out around the same time.
Yeah, they had some hits. I mean, they made me. Hey, I was able to make it through some of my days with some of them Drew Hill joints. But
Someone sleeping in my.
hey, man, straight up, hey, that shit was they had some shit. But
Man, that was that joint. That video was crazy too.
yeah, it really was. I think I'm gonna have to double down with you, man. I'm gonna have to pick New Edition, man. They was just too hip, too cool for damn school. You know what I'm saying? They
Man,
had all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when they revamped, they
man,
was still hot. So it's not too many groups besides like Destiny's Child and maybe New Edition that could swap out artists and still be, you know what I'm saying, relevant. So with that being
exactly.
said, I ain't got no choice but to go with them. Um, you know what I'm saying? So bench or start. Travis Scott or my bad. Bench or start. Travis Scott ones or the Travis Scott fours.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a pass on this because I don't know about neither one.
You don't know about the shoes, the Travis
I
Scott
know
one.
about them, but I don't know what they look like. I don't know nothing about no Travis Scotts other than they're expensive. I apologize,
Okay, so you
Bench
don't know
Mob.
them.
That's a little outside of my sneaker realm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go with the Travis Scott foes. You know what I'm saying? Them Cactus Jacks. The foes is always to me. They got that powder blue. You know what I'm saying? Them fresh with the black lining. You know what I'm saying? Even though the other ones is cool, they got the Nike sign flipped the other way, backwards. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
seen them before.
Yeah, they like a olive green, but
Man, I like. You know what shoes I really wished I could get, and if I was really a sneakerhead, and this is off topic, Bench Mob, but I like them PEs for like Oregon and North Carolina.
yeah, buddy, them organs is
Them mugs
fresh.
is nasty. Like I seen one with a North Carolina one. I think they were the fours, but they had the North Carolina uh that triangle or not triangle, but whatever print that is that they be wearing on them. It's like a man. I'm gonna have to send them to you so you can see what I'm talking about. But them mugs was
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, them I know which one you're talking about. I'm definitely gotta see them, but I think I know
And
which one you're
all
talking
them
about.
Oregon PEs,
Yeah,
them
them
mugs be
fresh.
stupid.
Yeah, buddy.
The
Um,
11s, the 11 lows, the 11 low snake. Like,
yeah.
stop it.
A nigga need them. I apologize,
Man, I
bitch
need
mob.
all of them.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably sticking in, pause. Y'all probably still tapped in with me, man. Cam is down again, but guess what? We still gonna get through this shit. We ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I had to let y'all know. I know it's a
Man,
technical difficulty going down, but we ain't doing no tripping. You know what I'm saying?
none.
I don't know what happened, but benches. Venture start. I almost cut off my live. Venture start. More money or CB4.
Oh, more money all day, man. More money, more money, more money. CB4 was a little before my time. And it's just a little, Chris Rock is a little too cornball, even though a lot of that's still funny. And, but when I go back and watch it now, it's just a little too cornball. So I got to go. more money over CB4.
Okay. I'm gonna have to double down with you, even though CB4 is my shit. Straight out of low cash, a dirty little nigga named Gusto. That was my shit. But
Man,
you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I don't know. I just like Mo Money just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It
and
would
Stacey Dash by himself. That don't hurt.
you can't never admit Stacey Dash ain't never gonna go out of style, even though she be saying some dumb shit. But you know what I'm
Yeah, she
saying?
didn't got cornball and probably always been a cornball, but she cold in a mug.
She's still a bad baddie. So shout out to Stacey
Man,
Dash, man. I still, you know what I'm saying. I still throw her
man,
through the mattress all day. So you know what I'm saying. That ain't never gonna change. You know what I'm
man, DDT.
saying? Facts. Bench or start. Color me bad or Tony. That's easy.
Oh man, that's an easy one, man.
That's
Color
easy.
me bad, get him up out of here, man. I gotta go Tone, man. They got two of the most classic songs you could play. That song plays every year on an anniversary.
Facts.
Like that song is timeless. It'll always be played. So, and then they had other cuts, man. Like Color Me Bad had one song that was a major hit, and that's that. Ooh, I wanna sex you.
Yeah. Facts. Even though
But
that,
other than
hey,
that, them brothers was one hit wonder to me.
I was gonna say, even though that was the shit, like you know what I'm saying, that was my joint. You know what I'm saying, but at the same
Man,
time,
everybody love that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, but at the same
That was
time, you ain't beating Tony. Like Tony got too many hits. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
what?
Um,
Man, like I said, if I just to start one song of theirs right now and played it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what song that is."
Facts. Like like you said,
You gonna make me have to listen to some when I get off the phone, man, to get my Tony on, man.
hey, I was gonna say you gotta always know they had "It Never Rains in Southern
You know that's the
California."
first song I'm gonna play,
then it's whatever you want, whatever you need.
man.
Yeah, they got some shit. So you can't like listen. They got some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was in
Mm-hmm.
them early '90s, nigga, you know. You know what I'm saying? But
What?
for sure. Shout out to Tony. I might have to go listen to that shit when I get up off of here, bench mob, straight up. But
Man.
bench or start, mac and cheese or mashed potatoes.
Oh man, you gotta go with that good old mac and cheese. That mac and cheese is just too fireific, especially if you get it baked and with just made to perfection.
You gotta have that cheese on the
Not
top.
not
Yeah,
oh yeah, not overly cheesy and not overly noodly and soupy.
yeah.
Just perfect to every like I damn near like it to be so clumpy and when I cut into it, it just comes out like a piece of cake.
Facts, a square piece of cake, nigga. Like, oh, throw it on the
You know
plate.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Right. You
facts.
know what I mean? That's what I'm looking. So yeah, I gotta start that Mackie Doodle and mashed potatoes. You gotta add gravy to it for it to really have any type of life. Like
Yeah,
yeah, you can throw some
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 butter
garlic herbs and butter
and
and
some chives.
Parmesan cheese, chives, but that's still adding and
Yeah,
bedazzling.
yeah.
All you need is a little bit of a pinch of paprika and mac and cheese with
It's
the
a
three
wrap.
different cheeses, and it's over with.
Facts. I'm at to double down with you with the mac and cheese. Like, let's be honest. Like, shit, we black, so you know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna go to no spot that with black folks where it's like some soul food cooked, nigga. You might have them greens. You gonna have them greens. You might have some candy yams. Hey, look, you gonna have you some chicken. But you gotta have that damn macaroni and cheese. If you ain't got that mac and
What
cheese, nigga, it's something missing. You know what I'm saying? So
man?
nigga, at every function, you know what I'm saying? You
Every
you
function.
gonna find some mac and cheese there. I don't give a damn if it's If it's the barbecue,
barbecue,
facts.
baby shower,
Right.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas dinner,
New Year's Eve,
Sunday dinner,
nigga. Right.
New Year's. It doesn't matter. You gotta have that Mackie Doodle on deck.
Facts. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my black folks for always, you know what I'm
Man,
saying,
yes.
incorporating the
Shout
macaroni
out,
and
man.
cheese. Um,
Keeping it a beam.
Facts. Bench start. Pepsi or Coke?
Oh man, I used to be a big Pepsi head. My auntie was just that's all she really rocked with, real tough. So I was real into Pepsi, and then as an adult, I just start drinking Coke. And if I'm gonna choose between the both, I have to go bench Pepsi and start Coke. Coke is a little more crisper. It to me, I call it my morning coffee because I don't drink coffee. So if I give me a crisp Coke in the morning,
Oh, he's wired.
is I'm wired up for action. It was the Red Bull before Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Pepsi is just a little too spicy.
Yeah. I'm about to
It almost gives me the aftertaste of like a Dr. Pepper.
yeah, I can feel you on that. I can feel you on that. I'm gonna have to double down with you, man. I don't know why, but like it's kind of like Sprite and Seven Up. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Sprite ain't there, then I get the Seven Up. But like if I'm a choose, nigga, I'm going with that Coca Cola, man. And like we said before, man, like cherry Coke. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose with that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have one of those. And then when you crack that thing open for the first time, man, that the bubbles hit you, cuz yeah, 'cause like you said, you get wired up. You like, damn, this thing hitting. Pause. I don't know if I don't like how I said that. Let me. I don't like how I said, yeah, that ain't it. Well, that ain't it. So yeah, pause, man. We gonna move on, man, brother. We gonna get up out of here off of that TV. We gonna move on to the TBQ, to throwback questions. You know what I'm saying? So my question
Yes,
for
sir.
you is, what shoe brand ran your school days back in the day, man?
Say that one more time, Brody.
What shoe brand ran your school days? Like, you know what I'm saying? What shoe brand was
Oh
running the school
man,
days?
my school days has always been about the Nikes. Uh, Saucony had a quick run. My junior year of high school, everybody was on them Sauconys.
Yeah,
Um, and then Reebok Classics had a decent run for a quick second.
facts.
But really overall, I mean, you never real like expensive Nikes or J Bones have always ruled the world. Like that's always been the shoe of choice when I was in school, and that's from grade school, high school, junior high. A pair of Jordans or an expensive pair of Nikes. And I tell you the most expensive pair I saw, and I didn't even know about them. I had no clue. The Andre Agassiz.
I don't think I never seen them, but them was Nikes.
Look him up. Look him up. He was a tennis player.
Yeah, I know who Andre Agassi is, but them was
This
Nikes.
this yes, my one of this dude I went to school with came to school with him, and I'm looking at him.
Damn,
I'm
them
like,
bitches
man, this
fresh.
look wow.
They kind of
And
fresh
he was
though.
like, right. That's what I'm like, what do you have on your feet? He's like, oh, these are the Agassiz. I'm like, how much did you pay? He's like, man, my dad made me save. I paid like 100 and he paid the rest. I didn't even ask him after that because I'm like, there's no way I was getting those. So
Nigga, I
yeah,
need a pair.
it was over with for me.
I ain't gonna lie, I need a pair of those. Damn, them things
What?
fresh.
You already know
Shit,
I want me a pair for the summer, for this summer. I'm gonna
nigga.
get an Andre Agassi throwback shirt, Nike shirt. Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on my throwback 90 mode this whole summer. I'm
Man,
gonna be shitting on niggas.
bro, the ones I'm seeing, them shits is fresh. Godly.
Bro, I'm finna I
Nigga.
already got two fits that I got put together that I'm finna rock, bro. I got the Georgetown Hoya shorts.
Okay.
I got the Georgetown Slam AI t-shirt
Facts. So what you about to get the AIs with it, the
with
gray
the
and whites.
Georgetown, yes, with the Georgetown hat. I just got to get the Georgetown AI Reeboks. and I want to get the
Facts.
lows in that same color.
Nigga, that sounds fresh. I might steal that from you. Hey, Benchmark, if I steal it, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Neef gonna be
Nah,
pissed.
man, you can't steal my fit,
hey,
man.
hey, Benchmark, if I take that, he gonna be hot. I'm gonna be on the pod. I'm gonna have a whole little fit on. He gonna be looking like, boy, where you get that shit from? That was my idea. but I'm gonna be honest with you. Nike's definitely ran my school days for sure. But it was also them
Yeah,
AIs. I ain't gonna lie, them AIs was in function. Hell yeah, them AIs. It was either had to get you some J's, Air Force Ones, and if you didn't have them J's or them Air Force Ones, you had them Dunks. That was when I first got put on Dunks because Dunks weren't always hot like that. Like how y'all see
man,
them,
Dunks was so like that was the last skater shoes was not in bitch my
they wasn't.
you could get you some Dunks for like $40,
Nigga,
and
I'm
they
talking
would
about for
be
long
exclusive colors. I'm talking about
facts.
colorways that they don't even have no more.
Nigga, I'm telling you, like I had a pair of Dunks, nigga. They was super fresh. I ain't been able to find a pair like them yet. They was like white and
I haven't
black,
either.
nigga, white and black,
I
but they
haven't
was
either.
like the patent leather on them, nigga. They was fresh. Golly, I need
Bro,
them.
I had the Ninja Turtle Dunks.
Oh yeah, them was
They
solid and
was
fresh.
they was the same colors as the Ninja Turtles, and I had got a Ninja Turtle shirt from Target that
Oh
matched the
yeah,
same colors in the shoe. And niggas was everywhere I went, everybody was, where you get them shoes, man?
you
And
couldn't
I had
tell
got
them.
them from one of the this was back when you could go to the little Lowski Woski spots
Yeah,
like a Freeman's. I think I got them from Freeman's
and
on
you
the
didn't tell
low.
and you
Like
didn't tell us so where you got them shits
what?
from.
I got them from the low. Man, they were like they weren't even on display. Like I had they didn't have the particular shoe in my size. He just came from the basement with them in my size. So that's why I really didn't say nothing because I knew, nigga, that was probably either the last pair or I didn't even have them out yet.
Man, facts. So, hey, so I was gonna say you either had them, you had to have them done. Like only people know if you was from them days. Them dunks was like, you know what I'm saying? They was kind of like if you got a pair, niggas would be
Man, I
like, where
just
you get them from? What's them? But nigga, you
man,
had to have you some ones or some J's or something. But like he said, them classics, the Reebok classics was in. Um, you know what I'm saying? And if you was real cheap, you know what I'm saying, nigga, go get him some K
you
Swiss
might go
classics.
K Swiss.
Yeah, you might go get you some K
You go
Swiss
take them
classics. You feel
Swizzles.
me?
Them
Some
K
nice,
Swizzles, man.
hey, some crispy whites or some blacks, nigga. You'll be in there
Man,
though.
them cake, yeah. You would be Chris, but man, them bugs was terrible on the feet,
They
man.
was, hey, flat footed as hell, and I'm already flat footed,
Man,
so you know
that's
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. It was the worst shoes ever for a
Yeah,
flat-footed, no arch nigga.
facts. So, yeah, man, that was how I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I had every last ones I just named. I had them all. You feel me? So,
Facts.
um, but yeah, man, shout out to them. Hey, man, I gotta give me a new. Hey, you just said them Ninja Turtle dunks. Hey, benchmark. If I take them Ninja Turtle dunks, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I might have to. Hey, I might have to still need swag. He sounds like he swagged out right now, ain't he? You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
how you know, man? That's where Dub he tried to trickle off of me, man.
Yeah, taking risks and shit. You feel me? But
Man, I always been one to wear something wild.
yeah.
That's
Hey,
just been me, man.
before we move to the next conversation, nigga, you had I was looking for these motherfuckers. I ain't gonna even lie, nigga. You had these skateboard shoes. They was like called Neffs. Nigga, they looked at like casual, but they were skateboard. Nigga, they was so fresh. I think they was gray. Nigga, them things was fresh. I was like trying to find them bitches everywhere, cuz I couldn't get them. I know you know which ones I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
man. Yes, yeah. That was when I was in my skater, my own clothing line because it said Neff, but everybody called me Neef.
Yeah.
So I had the shirt, I had the shoes. Yeah, man. That's a boutique skater line. So I had got that from they I think I'm pretty sure they might have sold their stuff over. So they had like Marshalls and Blooming and Burlington and shit now too. But back then they was only at like a boutique, and I had went to this boutique in Uptown with my cousin, and he
Mm,
put me on.
facts. Them shits was fresh. I ain't gonna lie. But all right, man, we gonna move to the next question. Hey man, What's the worst sports loss you ever experienced?
Oh man, that's easy, man. That's the 15-1 season with the Vikes. We was bored. We was right there on the cusp of the Super Bowl. We had the best team in the NFL, like 15-1. Couldn't nobody fuck with us. We was putting up 35 a game. It seemed like every game just blowing niggas out. And we get to the championship game. It's at the crib, and the kicker misses the field goal, and we lose the game and lose the Super Bowl. I mean, lose the chance to go to the Super Bowl to the Dirty Birds.
Nigga, I was
And
crushed.
I was devastated. That was my first introduction to Viking heartbreak.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember that time. Cause like nigga, I thought we had it that year. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, nigga,
I
we
didn't
finna get
know,
us one. You know what I'm saying? Like we
bro. I
playing
didn't
too
know the
good.
Vikings was historically that whack. So I'm thinking we've been cold. You know what I mean? Like we could get this cold again. Like us having the best team in the whole NFL. Like that's something that we can accomplish year after year at some point. It's been 30 years and I ain't seen us get close to it again. So
Man,
yeah, man, that was definitely the worst because
yeah,
that was our best chance
facts. I ain't gonna
to
lie. That
win
was
a Super Bowl, not just get there, win that bitch.
man. We would, and I think we would have won that shit too that year. So the Dirty Birds
What
went
we would
on
have
and won. So you that tells
we'd have
you.
played deeper. It'd have been tough, but I think we would have had a way better. We'd have put a better effort than Atlanta did.
And they won, didn't they?
Failed all Atlanta lost to
Oh
Denver.
yeah, they did. You right. You
Yeah,
right.
but fucking Terrell Davis went
All
crazy, and
facts.
John Elway did that weird ass run where he got somersaulted.
Facts. Okay, yeah, you bringing it back. You bringing it back. Okay, I think I wiped out that Super Bowl year because I was pissed we lost. But since you said that, since you said that, I was gonna say that one, but I'm gonna switch it up, man. Okay. So um, other than that game, that was one of my worst sports losses. But also, nigga, when LeBron and them lost to the Dallas damn Mavericks, nigga, I was hot nigga, when he went to Miami, cuz I thought we had that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, yeah, we got this, cuz ain't no way. The Dallas Mavericks team was not like when you look at the lineup, they didn't have a better team to me than um Miami Heat. But that goes to show you like you don't gotta always have the better players. You gotta have the better unit together, the better cohesiveness, and you know what I'm saying. I was crushed. Dirk was hitting every damn thing. I'm talking about everything. Jason Terry went to go get tatted up on his arm before the championship was even got it. So I'm like, nigga, they ain't finna win. It ain't finna happen. So when he won, he was just showing that shit off. I was crushed. Like what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I was crushed them years. All right, man. All right. So other question I got for you is, what video game caused the most arguments? You know what I'm saying for you?
Uh, I would say, and it's funny, and it is only because the situation at that time, but it was, believe it or not, it was Mario Kart in college. Mario Kart in college on the Nintendo 64 was a or Super Smash Brothers on the 64. Either one of them two games was an automatic argument because niggas have figured out different strategies in both games and would just do that. Like certain cats on Mario Kart, because we not doing races, we doing battle mode. So certain people would just sit on the top of the little whoop and just shoot their little shells and stuff at people instead of just running and trying to actually get people. They would basically be camping.
Facts. Um, to me,
So that was what in college, like, because you gotta think it's probably about 10, 12 cats trying to get on. And even though it's with the Cube 64, you could only get what was like 8 people or six
yeah,
people or something like that.
Yeah.
So it still be a good, healthy amount of people waiting to get on the stick. So I've seen cats get so hot they just leave, or I've seen cats take their controller. I've seen cats come back to the game system when niggas ain't around and erase the whole thing that we done did.
Oh,
Like,
they was gonna hate that
yeah,
shit.
bro, we had this is a true story, bitch. This was on the 64. This was on I think PlayStation or something. We did a fantasy draft in Madden. It's like 15 people, so we got like 15 teams in the league. We do a fantasy draft. Everybody gets their picks. We go up there. We do our picks. Boom. I'm killing everybody. I'm going Broadway. I'm like 14-1 going into the playoffs. Sucker Bob who ain't gonna make the playoffs, and it's a big pot that we didn't put all $20 in. He gets put out before the playoffs even start. He comes back to the crib in the midnight hours and he races the whole season.
Oh yeah, he was hot.
And the only reason why we all believe he was the one to do it because no one else had any reason to do it but him. Everybody else had been put out. He was the only one that just recently got put out of the playoffs, and he lost in heartbreak fashion. He was up 4 points with like a minute and something left, kicks it off after winning or going up for it, and the nigga takes it to the house.
Oh yeah, he was hot.
Sick. You how sick you are. You was just up for thinking you about to go right into the playoffs, and the nigga takes it to the house on you. And now
Yeah.
he's going to the playoffs, and you go home, and your $20 is gone, and your feelings is because we would wait till everybody was out of class, so a lot of the games everybody would be around to watch. So it would just seem like it would come down to that type of stuff. Some games, like no, sometimes niggas get blew out, but for the most part, it would come down to like a couple plays or a nigga would lose on the last second. Like it was critical. And he was sick.
Yeah, hey. Once you with a crew of people, that's always gonna happen. Especially if everybody laughing and shit. You know how that go. But
Man, it's pressure, man.
yeah,
Like they always say, Brett, pressure bust pipes.
they definitely do. They ain't lie when they said that. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So for me, the game that caused the most arguments, man, it was two of them. They damn near in the same family, but if you played them, you could relate. You like, man, brother, you keep doing the same shit the whole time. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you just gonna keep doing the same little kick move. Like, what? Nigga, you cheating. Like, come on, bro. You know you ain't got no other move, so you keep just doing the same little move. Um,
Oopsie.
yeah, that shit used to have me hot. Like I used to be like, I ain't playing this shit no more. I ain't. Hey, look, I've been terrible at Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Like I play a little bit, and then once I see you do that, it's over with. Like I ain't never even learned finishing moves or none of that because I'm like, gee, they gonna keep doing the same little weak ass moves. I'm cool. So you know what I'm saying? That always did it. That'll have a nigga ready to fight. But
Facts.
yeah, man. Shout out to Mortal Kombat though. You know, I ain't never been good at that shit, but that's another story. All right, man. We gonna move on before we get up out of here. Neef gonna hit y'all with a nug. You know what I'm saying? So, Neef, man, my question for you is, what does survival mean to you now compared to before, like back when you were younger?
Man, when I was younger, survival meant keep a couple dollars in my pocket, be able to bust a move if I need to, and that's about it. At the age I'm at now, survival mode means having more than I would need in case of a rainy day, always staying a step ahead and thinking a step ahead, and constantly on the search for knowledge to move forward. That's survival mode for me. I need to be always thinking 2 steps ahead at this stage and age. I don't have the luxury to have the dumb common sense of I'm young and dumb and full of cum. I'm old and gray and need to get it together today. So
Facts.
with that being said, that's my survival mode now. Is what I tell anyone over the age of 25. It's time to get serious.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that, man. That's facts. Definitely stand for sure on the stand a couple steps ahead, cause like that's just you know what I'm saying. That's the law. Like that's law in these days right now, especially like the older you get, you just want to know your next couple steps, your next couple plays before you play. Like ain't no point of playing it. Like back in the day, we when you like you said, young, dumb, full of cum, nigga, you play the move and you'll be sitting in jail or something. You know what I'm saying? So it
Man,
the older you get, you want your freedom and you want to, you just want, like you said, having something you could sit back on, pause, and be able to
man, you
see
gotta
your
have
fruits.
that double up, man. That what used to be savings. You used to think 100,000. Yeah, okay, I got 100,000 in the bank account. That'll hold me down if I had to retire or something. State. You gotta triple that right now with the economy. You need a 300,000. You need a three ball. You need a half a milli.
Yeah,
Something somewhere close to that. Somewhere in the area of that for you to even think that you can have a luxury of even that ain't even gonna have you the luxury to sit on it forever, but that'll at least give you that cushion.
right. And that's the main thing is having that cushion.
Rick Ross, as much as I can't stand that sucker, he said something recently that made all the sense in the world, man. Bitch, I'm gonna start trying to live by it myself. You don't have a cap.
Right.
Your income is unlimited. Why put a cap on what you can bring in and what you can put to the table? Have that mindset and move forward. That's all we can do. Always focused on what you know your worth is. And you know your worth is unlimited. Can't nobody tell you what your worth is. Only you can. And if you put that dollar cap on it. And it
Yeah,
should be unlimited.
right. Because when once you do obtain what you thought was something that you wanted, then it's something else you're gonna want. So you never really
Man,
quite
you can
satisfied.
always go higher.
Yeah,
You can always go higher.
facts,
As my auntie always says to me, man, go beyond the stars.
facts. All right, man. I can feel that, man. And with that being said, Neef dropped a damn nug on y'all, man. Go beyond the stars, man. And shit, we got bills to pay. We got technical difficulties, nigga. I ain't even on the screen. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit going on right now, man. Even in life, man.
Man,
This is how
facts.
life is, man. You got you see a detour, you can't stop pushing. You got to keep,
Nope.
pushing. You got to, go around it. You know what I'm saying? Even when, no matter what happens in your life, man, just make sure that when you see a detour, step around it and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Um, Neef, man, hit him with something before I, get him out of here.
Man, just like bro said, man, when you hit that detour, you got to go around it, man, because you always going to find your way back to where you need to go. God has a plan for everybody's life. He will never put more on you than you can handle. So I just want to end on this bench mob. Stay focused and stay encouraged.
Facts. And like he said, man, stay focused and stay encouraged, man. It's the Bench My Podcast. I'm your boy, Broadway Beast, man. I got your boy with me, Neef, aka Mr. Perp. We're going to catch y'all
Yes,
next
sir.
Wednesday. Hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe. And shit, we out of here, man.